All right, so this one I did quite a few years back, but I've wanted to do it for quite some time, and I really should have. This is probably one of the cooler projects because I don't get to do these all the time, but I get to build everything from scratch. And I'm going to walk you guys through it the best I can, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks. Okay, so in this first video here, what I'm showing you is I really wish I could have just got like a bunch of building material sitting there on the ground, but this is full inch particle board, um, 3/4 maybe full inch. You can see that I got a tack on a trim side and everything else. As I've gotten better at things in life, I don't do it this style anymore. I have a much better style, but this was a live and you learn, and I really enjoyed it. So, but you can see exactly what I had to do here with the particle board. I just cut like you would any other countertop and built the countertops. I ended up doing some of the corners. Make sure you glue everything and whatever else. Do your proper joints, boys. Proper joints, proper joints. Anyways, but yeah, so that's this section. Thanks. Okay, so this batch, as we should call them, of pictures, is the batch where I primed everything. So in this case, I always like to use a very fast drying oil based primer. Um, that's my preference. And the reason that is because once I got that stuff down, a good lacquer based primer, I know the following day, you guys, it's dry, you know? And typically, when you start with a harder thing, you don't have freak out problems as you go into water based. Now, if I have a water based and there's some type of a weird chemical in the epoxy that I end up using or something else down the line, so I just start with a good the higher up you go, the higher up you go. That's the way I look at it. Like I look at it on a scale. Like lacquer's like the highest, the fastest evaporation rate. You get an oil based, slower evaporation, usually, long story short, that's the way I look at it. So I start at the highest. That way I know that everything's safe. And if I have to come in the following day because maybe I missed something or there was a shadow or a light variant that I didn't miss. We all have it. Stop thinking that you don't have them. It dries fast. So stick with a lacquer based for projects like this, especially when you don't know what you're up against, because you don't know what's inside the material that you're working with too. So you want something that's going to seal it in. So like a bin primer or something like that, something heavy. And yeah, it stinks. So wear a mask, be smart, use your PPE. Okay, so this is obviously the first pour where I do all of the full finishing and everything else, and it gets really wavy. You can see in all of the finishes, just it's because you're playing around in stuff that's supposed to be bonding together, and you're going to create waves and patterns, and it's going to set its own stuff because there's just different viscosities. There's a lot of chaos going on. So after that, you have to go in and sand everything up and make it flat before you do a clear coat top. We'll get into that next, but just I want you guys to pay attention to what you're seeing there. Thanks for watching. On to the next one. Okay, so this next section is the sand and buff section, and it's pretty self-explanatory. But some of the things I want you to take is this first picture out of the bucket. You can see that I got the one side and not the other side, and that's what I'm trying to kind of showcase here. Um, Kind of just look over the pictures as you go, maybe pause it, whatever. I don't know if you're really that interested, but long story short, that's what this section showcases: the sanding and the buffing and the processes that I go through to get to the next phases. And I only took pictures of the center because, well, I don't take pictures of everything, and you can't get good angles with light. But the center, I could get really good angles with the light, so I just kind of stuck with that, and I think that that's the deal. Thanks. Okay, so this is the end showcase. It always looks so great when you pull the paper, right? Uh, in the end, there might have been a couple little touch-ups here or there. You can see I didn't pull the paper on some of them because there must have been something else going on. And you'll have that, but just know that you can buff it all the way up to as shiny as you want. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And don't try to do it this way because you should build your backstops down completely and then put a nice shiny coat over the top, and it'll work out a lot better. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks. Okay, hey, thanks for watching. And I did find some bonus footage, so that's more the reason I'm making this than anything. I was just gonna cut it dry, but I hope you guys enjoyed this once again. Thanks. Click for links. Tell me what you guys thought about all the stupid art. I really ran out of art for this, and I was just really spitballing it. And yeah, just tell me what you think of some of the art that just got one-offed.
Okay, I think the video is the only way to go about this. It's really hard to catch, exactly what it is that I do because the reflection is everything. So when you start to look at these countertops, and I literally buff them like your car, and that's what they look like in the end. You literally see the reflection from the lights,